All right, we are live. Thank y'all for jumping on. Do me a favor as you jump on, drop that city and state. Like the video and share the video. Unfortunately for us, we were interrupted yesterday due to workflow. But fortunately for you, we are back. And we will try to be as consistent as we can be until we transition into the new year. So thank you all for jumping on. Appreciate it. This is the Blank Spot. We are a sublimation blanks and t-shirt transfer supplier, guys. We're located just outside of Columbia, South Carolina. And today is $2 Sublimation Tuesday. So we're going to take these deals. Oh. I almost had a coffee thief. We're going to take these deals. Put my name on. We're going to take these deals right into 2026, guys. If you've been rocking with us the whole year, you know that about 8 months ago or so, we started doing weekly and daily deals. That way, you as a customer, especially in this economy, you can save as much money as you can if you shop with us. That means on Mondays, we got deals on rhinestones. On Tuesdays, which is today, we got deals on sublimation transfers. Wednesdays are heat transfer patches, and Thursdays are single color screen print transfers and full color screen print transfers. So we got weekly and daily deals going on every day. And if you're that type of customer that's looking to save some money, if you're a crafter, a creator, designer, if you make apparel, t-shirts, if you are doing a side hustle, hobby, or even a business, you can come to us and you can get some amazing transfers for your business. So let's get it. Let's go. I wish I had some music, man. I wish I had some music, but I know how social media is. They will demonetize your stuff because of the music. So let me go ahead and share this to our private group.
Happy Tuesday, everyone.
That sounded real dry. Sounded real dry.
Out there today.
Sounded real dry. Man, wake up, pop up, be thankful that you are alive. Somebody didn't make it today. I know that everybody, well, not everybody, but I know that there's a lot of people who are out there still doing their Christmas shopping, and we may not be on your list, but just in case we are on your list, we have some amazing deals for you. Today is $2 Sublimation Tuesday. What does that mean and what does it look like? Well, you're going to go to our website, which is theblankspot.com. You can find it on any platform. You're going to scroll down to the bottom where it says weekly and daily deals. You're going to find a collection, a picture, right, that says $2 Sublimation Tuesday. You're going to click on that picture. Then you're going to go and go shopping. You're going to put 10 items in your shopping cart. I want you to keep in mind that when you select on one picture, if you select on one picture, you're actually getting 2. So it's going to say in sets of 2. That's going to equate to $2, 20 for $1, you know what I'm saying? So you're going to pay $20 for 20 transfers. That's how that works, okay?
That's how that works, y'all. Hope y'all doing well out there today. We just added a new product for $2 Tuesday. I'm going to call it the crochet yarn effect for Valentine's Day. So hopefully you guys, we've already had people to shop this morning. Hopefully you guys seen that new collection that we have. Well, that new product that we have is called the Valentine's crochet yarn effect. And we are going to demo a couple of those today. But before we do, I want to reiterate, we have moved on to the next thing. Christmas is done.
You still got Christmas though.
Chris, you still got time. You still, you can still shop, but it's time for us to move on. So last week we showcased our Black history, and I'm going to show you guys some of the things that we did that you can also get for $2 Tuesday. Okay, these are the kid Black history transfers. How cute those are. You can get those in, I believe, 6 or 8 for those. This one right here says Black history every day. Got some Black girl magic. Another Black girl magic. These are all available on $2 Tuesday. All right, here's one here that says Black excellence. And then this one says Black history month. I am Black history. And then here's another cute one for the kids. All right, so those are some that we pulled up to the top of the collection from last week. So make sure you get your Black History transfers, y'all.
So
Got a lot of options for you.
Before you say anything else, before you talk about anything else, before you share another video, another image, I need y'all to share the video, okay? That is how you support small businesses, by sharing our videos. Please just don't sit there and kind of look at us like, you know, what are they talking about? If you're going to hang around, do us a favor, like the video, share the video. Whatever platform you're on, you're able to share, okay? So it may cause you to maybe come out and then go back in, but we're going to still be here, okay? And I promise you, you're not going to miss anything. So who we got? We got Pandora, Grand Rising, Sandra, Ramona, Darlene, Pansy. Thanks for jumping on. Appreciate it, guys. Anybody else? Drop your city and state. I think Beck came on. Thank you, Grand Rising. If it's your first time here, type a number 1 in the comments. If it's your first time ever seeing our profile, our video, our content, type a number 1 in the comments, okay? If you are new to sublimation and really don't know what it is, we do have a blog on our website. So for those of you who are shopping on social media, Jose, thanks for jumping on. Number 1, welcome. If you are new to our platform, if you're new to shopping with us, if you're new to shopping on social media, we made it easy for you guys. We actually have a website, okay?
Yep.
Let's see. Somebody else is a number 1. Wayne, thanks for jumping on. Appreciate it. We have a website, so you guys can go and shop from our website. I don't care what platform you're on. If you're looking for extra deals, extra free this or extra free that, unfortunately, as a smaller business, we're not going to be able to do that because we want to stay in business, and we understand the importance for us to stay in business rather than to just give everything away for free. But these weekly and daily deals are going to do you right. Yes. So go check us out. We have some great and amazing deals. If it's your first time being involved with sublimation, sublimation is very fun, regardless of what a lot of people are saying in these groups.
Yep.
Sublimation can be very rewarding, and if you understand how sublimation works, then you can definitely be successful in sublimation.
Yep.
Now, sublimation is an ink dye process. It's an ink dye process. So the ink is dye, and it dyes into a polyester or a synthetic type fabric. Now, what I want you guys to do is, since I'm going to probably be restricted on certain platforms anyway, I want you guys to go to the website, theblankspot.com, and then I want you to read the blog. Read the blog on what sublimation is. That's going to give you some information and some tools and some also words of encouragement so you can know what you can do, what is possible to do with real sublimation. When I say real, I mean pure sublimation. No hacks, no anything like that. And then there's some other things that you can do instead of just doing t-shirts. Now, where are all my t-shirt makers? Type a number 2 in the comments if you make t-shirts. That's your thing, that's your hobby, that's your side hustle, or that's your business. Type a number 2 in the comments. I make t-shirts, Eric. I'm hyped today.
Be a lot of them.
I don't know why.
It's gonna be a lot. Maybe. Oh, maybe not.
No, well, the people that are gonna participate are gonna respond. Okay, so we got a number 2 over here, Beck. Your favorite Leo. All right. We got Pandora, Rhonda, Darlene, Yvonne, Ramona. Okay, so check this out. This is what I want you to know about sublimation. Sublimation is more than just t-shirts. And if you are a t-shirt maker, I'm not telling you to start making other things, but I'm saying if you're involved in sublimation, you can literally expand your portfolio by doing other things in sublimation. Now, what we have here is a heart-shaped pillowcase. You're probably saying, why has this guy got a heart-shaped pillowcase? Well, it's very simple. This pillowcase is like a nylon. You want to step up?
Yeah.
That pillowcase is like a nylon type of fabric. Mm-hmm. Nylon, linen.
It's actually silk. It's actually satin. Satin-like.
Satin. I'm sorry.
It's satin-like. So I don't know if you guys know, but a lot of your well, actually, should be most of your satin items are gonna be polyester. So
or a blend, a synthetic blend.
Is going to be polyester, so you can actually sublimate on those things, right?
So sublimating things other than just t-shirts.
Yes.
So we started off in our company as a sublimation blanks supply store. Okay. We've expanded to a sublimation blanks and t-shirt transfer supplier. However, when we were just a sublimation blank store at the height of everybody wanting to do sublimation and people being afraid or worried that they're not going to get the right thing, we're the ones that kind of pioneered and did the research back during the epidemic when people were stuck at home, couldn't go outside, couldn't do anything, right? We're the ones that did the research. We went out, we got the equipment, we got the supplies, we checked with our vendors, and we made the investments. We made the investments to make sure that when we sold or offered these items, that we were going to be able to give you or offer you a quality product.
Yep.
Okay, that's what we did.
Yep.
And that extended up until what we're doing now. So there's a lot of people who don't understand sublimation. And they don't understand sublimation because they fail to do their own research. They fail to read. They fail to comprehend and understand. They want to make sublimation do what it's not supposed to do.
Right. And I think that's where people really get disgusted with sublimation, because
you get frustrated.
You get frustrated. You're doing something that is not supposed to happen with this process. Like Eric said, there's so many different things that you could do other than shirts. Like this pillowcase that we have, cups, keychains, all types of stuff. But you have to be willing to mess up. You have to be willing to do your due diligence and do some research to know exactly how this process works.
I get so sick and tired of watching these Facebook groups of people saying, hey, I wanted to sublimate on black and I used this HTV blah, blah, blah bull junk and it cracked all up. Good for you. Good for you. Good for you, especially for those of you who follow people who tell you that you can just do anything you want to do.
Oh, you can do it.
Good for you, because that's not what sublimation is meant to do. Or the people that say, hey, you know what? I just want to use, I don't want to pay for an expensive garment. I don't want to pay for sublimation shirts are so expensive. So are DTF transfers.
Yeah.
So is embroidery.
Yeah.
So bottom line is people pay for what they want.
Right. And not to harp on other products. Other different types of processes. There's a process for everything, right? But you have to know how to use those processes for what they are intended to use them for. Okay.
Sublimation is an ink dye process. It is the best results that you're going to find with sublimation are on white 100% polyester garments. Now, can you do it on 50% cotton, 50% polyester? Absolutely. What's going to happen is you're going to get a vintage look. Can you do it on 65% polyester, 35% cotton? Absolutely. What you're going to do is you're going to get a vintage look. Okay.
Yep.
Once you get that vintage look, what else happens is this: the sublimation ink is going to only bind with the percentage of cotton that's in that fabric. Bottom line is, if you have 50% polyester, that's how much ink you're going to have in your shirt. So when you wash your shirt, it is going to fade.
Yep.
Now, if that's what you like and that's what you're into, that's cool. If you're selling these items, it's going to be very important that you tell your customers, hey, you know what? I created this item off of what you said you wanted, or I currently sell these things because this is what I like. But hey, you know what? It is going to fade. Okay.
Yeah.
And you need to let them know that. You also need to know that.
Good morning, Bishop, out of Denver, Colorado, and then Paula D. Hey, y'all.
So I'm going to get to some of these questions. I'm going to get to some of these questions because this is not a tutorial, guys. We will talk about that. I will answer that question. But we do have videos on our YouTube channel, which is The Blanks Spot. So definitely go to our YouTube, like the YouTube, subscribe to the YouTube, hit the bell to be notified. And that way you can see any other tutorials, any lives when we go live. Now you said, what's the difference between the setting for sublimation versus DTF? Sublimation is much hotter.
It's a higher setting.
It's hotter.
Yeah.
DTF is going to hover anywhere between 300 to 325 degrees, while sublimation is going to be at the lowest, probably 365 degrees, okay? Depending on the paper and the substrate that you're using. DTF is normally done on cotton or cotton poly blend, okay? Cotton or cotton poly blend. Now, here's the thing. Sublimation is, and just so you know, you're not going to be doing DTF you're not going to be doing DTF at 380 degrees. If you are,
No,
you're going to be tearing up that transfer.
you're gonna be burning up that substrate
The
or
shirt
the
is
shirt, because most people are going to be using cotton. Cotton can't take that much heat. You know what I mean? So of course you can't. You won't be able to do that because it's too much heat.
The other difference is the time. Sublimation is usually going to be anywhere between 45 and 60 seconds. DTF is normally about 20 seconds.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the sublimation substrates are built for that heat, that excessive heat, and that longer period of time. Can't do it too long on sublimation, or you will scorch the substrate as well.
Good morning, Christine Bowen. Good morning. Darlene said that was my problem, messing up, wasting material. I realized my mess up took me what not to do. That's right. That's right.
So when it's just like anything else in life.
And cotton does burn. Yes, Rhonda, it does.
It's just like anything else in life. If you don't have any stumbling blocks, you won't learn.
Yep.
But when it comes to doing a hobby or a business, and you seeing the money leave your household or out of your bank account, you take a different approach because you're saying, hey, I'm messing up.
Mm-hmm.
No, what you're doing is you're learning.
Yep.
Now, there's a lot of ways that you can actually cut that learning curve. Connecting with individuals like us, companies like us that actually come on, talk about their products, and then explain the process to you.
Mm-hmm.
What we need as a company, as a smaller business, what we need is more people sharing our videos, liking our videos, and then interacting and engaging with us so you can actually learn, because this is the time where the information is literally, we're giving this information to you for free.
Yep.
This is the time. Okay. There's going to be times where you're going to have paid sessions. Okay.
All right. So take a little pause here. Today is $2 Sublimation Tuesday. What that means is our sublimation transfers are 2 for $2. Okay. In order to get that deal, you got to make sure you go to the site. You're going to scroll down to weekly, daily, and weekly deals. When you get to daily and weekly deals, you will see $2 Tuesday. You must shop out of that cart. You're going to add 10 items from that cart. From that product. You're going to add 10 items for that product, and then they will slash to $2. Okay. All right. Also, if you are a part of our exclusive mailing list, you guys should have gotten a code for, I believe, 35%, either 25 or 35% off of our 100% polyester. That's mine. 100% polyester t-shirts. Okay. Use that code at checkout and you can get, I think it's 25% off of the our polyester t-shirts. All right. 100% polyester. They are amazing, but you got to use that code from your email.
So here's another question. How long does the image last? How long does the design last on the garment? Ever?
Forever.
Ever.
It's dyed in there.
It's not like a DTF, a screen print, or a vinyl. You can't scratch
it's not
it.
Coming
okay,
off.
It's dyed inside the material. So think of it as a tie-dye shirt or a tie-dye piece of fabric. Tie-dye is going to stay in there forever, and that design is going to last longer than the garment.
Yep.
So that's another. So there's also some takeaways. There's some pros and some cons to sublimation. Okay, as it pertains to fabrics and garments, there's pros and cons and pros and cons. Some of the pros is that you're going to get a vibrant, if you got the right paper, the right ink, the right printer, the right temperature time, pressure, the settings and all that stuff, the right substrate, you're going to have a great product. That's one of the pros, and it can and will last you a great long time. All right. That sounds like a question that maybe a customer would be asking, because as a business owner, we want to give you a quality product, but we don't want it to last forever and you don't buy again. Duh. So yeah, it will last a long time. However, you are limited to putting full color images and transfers. You're limited to white 100% polyester garments because there is no white ink. There's no white undercoating, no white ink base. Okay. When it comes to sublimation.
Yep.
That's something that you need to understand. Darlene, I love the fact that you said you learned from your mistakes, because one thing that a lot of people need to understand is that you need to think about, if you were to go through and create something with no issues, what would you do when you came upon one?
Exactly.
You probably panic
because you know So it's okay to mess up. It's okay to, learn from your mistakes. You should be learning from your mistakes.
So Daniela says says it makes sense. She's a newbie. Okay. Definitely go to our Facebook, which is the Blank Spot. Go to our YouTube, which is also the Blank Spot. All that content and all the information is free. You can watch the replays again and again and again.
Yeah.
We do have a membership that we're also offering for anybody who's looking to start a t-shirt business, or if you want to start a t-shirt side hustle, however you want to do it. We have something implemented for both of you guys. If that's what you want to do.
Yeah.
Our first actual business class is tonight.
So members, make sure you guys meet us tonight at 7:30. We are starting our business startup series. Night 1 is tonight. So make sure you guys go to Teachable Tuesday and get the link for tonight. Okay, we'll see you guys at 7:30.
And that's Eastern Standard Time. If anybody wants access to that membership, it's very affordable. It's less than $20 a month. If you want to sit in and just try it out for a month, you're just trying it out for less than $20 a month.
Yeah.
So you can be in, you can be out, but we're going to be doing series. Okay. The first training, like she said, tonight, 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And we're going to be doing a Zoom call. So it won't be on TikTok. It won't be on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube.
Nope.
Because it is a paid class.
Exclusive.
Okay.
Exclusive to our members. All right. Exclusive to our members.
Yeah, you can do some things on light color polyester, like this sand color. You say you like sand. If you get 100% polyester, it's going to go great.
Yeah.
But the thing of it is that it's still anything that's white in your design is going to take the properties or the color of that shirt. Mm-hmm. So if you have something white, then what's going to happen is it's going to look sand.
Yeah. So
that's the only thing. Understanding the properties of what sublimation is and how it works. So I just subbed about 9 different transfers that's coming in right now.
Ramona said should be okay. Ramona will be. Yep. Remember
Eastern Standard Time, Ramona.
We'll see you tonight.
So yeah, I just subbed 9 transfers, 9 images onto a piece of our garment, so you guys can actually see how this looks. These Valentine crochet. Did you tell them Valentine crochet?
Yeah, Valentine crochet yarn effect.
These are amazing. Yep. Okay, and Dee's gonna run through that and show you that. While she's doing that, I'm gonna show you how to do one sublimation, and then we're gonna do one onto the pillowcase. Okay.
All right. So guys, these are so cute. I call this the yarn crochet effect for Valentine's Day, and I'm gonna bring these up real close to you guys, so you can see how vibrant and how you can really see that effect on there. Isn't that cute? You can really see the effect on there. This one right here. I know I'm all in your face, but I'm trying to let you guys see the effect of the transfers. These are available right now for $2 Tuesday.
All right.
Isn't that nice, y'all? Rhonda say she'll be on. Okay. J-Dub say he'll be 5 minutes late. No problem. We'll be there. All right. Cupid's favorite hot mess. Look at the detail and look at them colors, y'all. That is that blank spot paper and ink, y'all.
So if anybody else is interested as well, if you have your own sublimation printer, we do sell sublimation ink and paper. We have our own brands. You can get our paper for 30% off right now while supplies last.
Be mine.
Sizes 8.5 by 11, 8.5 by 14, 11 by 17, and 13 by 19.
And those cute. I think this is my favorite right here. Look at that. That is so adorable.
Yeah, those colors are popping. I see you got
another excellent.
You got a lollipop.
Oh, it does. I didn't even notice that.
Is that a different XO?
I think so.
Yeah.
No, that one say look.
Okay, so what are your questions so far? Anybody have any questions about sublimation or the transfers that we're sharing with you? Guys, remember, we do still have Christmas and other holiday transfers that are available on sublimation. They're still in the 2 for $2 collection. You can still get those as well. but we wanted to go ahead and move forward and start advertising things that are not Christmas, because Christmas is pretty much over with. Today is the 16th. We got about 9 days before Christmas. So we want to be looking at things, going forward, just like the corporations do, okay? So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to talk to you specifically. This is the last two.
Okay.
That should be it. So I'm going to talk to you guys specifically about sublimation and how we actually recommend you use our products and our other services as far as sublimation. So sublimation, like I said, is an ink dye process, okay? It's an ink dye process. We do provide you with sublimation shirts. Like Dee said, if you're a part of our exclusive email list, then you can actually get 25% off using that code, okay? If not, then you just got to pay full price, but full price ain't so bad. So we have amazing sublimation shirts, nice quality. They're thick. You don't have to worry about the see-through method. They're not thin at all. You don't have to worry about them bleeding through, okay? Sublimation is, once again, an ink dye process. You're going to use a clamshell heat press. Let me turn this over here so you guys can kind of see. Also, that you can see the mess that I made. You're going to use a clamshell heat press. Now, there's going to be a lot of craft content creators that's going to tell you, hey, you know what? Because you're going to ask, can I use my easy press? Can I use my easy press? At your own risk. Use your easy press at your own risk. There's a purpose and time for a hand press, okay? This is a process that requires pressure, the correct pressure and consistent pressure. So sublimation is made up of 7 things. 7 things that's going to make your sublimation project pop. The paper does matter. I don't care what anybody tells you. They're going to try to sell you something. Paper does matter. The ink does matter. The type of printer that you're using does matter, okay? If you're using a converted printer versus an actual sublimation printer, or an actual sublimation printer, the colors are going to look different. You may not be able to tell at first unless you get another transfer from somebody. So paper, printer, ink, those things matter. Also, temperature, time, pressure, and then your substrate, whatever it is that you're applying that fabric, that design to. So those 7 things matter: paper, ink, printer, temperature, time, pressure, and substrate. With one of those things missing out of the equation, you can have a jacked up project, and that'll cause you to quit. So when you start hearing people say, hey, why did this happen? How come this, that, and the other, all these things? One thing that I see is that people are using the improper substrates. They buy something from the A. Y'all know what the A is, right? The Azon. Y'all know what the Azon is, right? I'm not going to give them any credit because you're buying from vendors that are telling you, hey, this is sublimation. You don't know because you didn't buy one to test it out. Meanwhile, you have business owners like ourselves who test everything that come in from our vendors. That's one of the advantages of shopping with us, okay? Plus, our prices are going to be compatible to those places out there. Mr. D. Wood, thanks for jumping on. Appreciate you. So now, you need to understand that just because it says that it is polyester or poly-coated, you still need to sublimate on it. You still need to try it. Creations by Monet. How you doing? Been a minute. So now, once you understand those things, you can have a great sublimation turnout. Now, you don't have to sublimate at 400 degrees. If your paper is telling you, if your craft content creator that you're following is telling you, if everything in the instructions are telling you that you got to sublimate for 400 degrees for 60 seconds, then you probably have a subpar paper, or you have some subpar ink, or something's going on, okay? Because if you need that much time to heat it up, that much time to that much temperature to press it, to heat it up, then you may be losing. Right now, I got my heat press set at 380 degrees. I know I can't bring the heat press over, and I'm not going to bring just trust me. It's set at 380 degrees, okay? 380 degrees. And I got it set for 50 seconds. Now, every substrate is going to be different. This is another reason why a lot of people fall away from sublimation, because they get a shirt, then they get a hoodie, then they get a necktie, then they get a license tag, then they get something that's satin, and they try to sublimate it all with the same pressure, the same temperature, and the same time. Something that's thin as this may need, just because it's thin, it's not because of our paper, it may need some type of protection to go on the inside so it doesn't bleed through. That's just how it is, okay? Any types of thin substrates, fabrics, they may need something to protect them from not bleeding.
Yeah.
That's just how it is, okay? Now, I'm not gonna put anything in here because I'm not intending to sell this. But just know that if you have something thin, pillowcases, pretty much pillowcases are what you're gonna find, or anything that's satin or rayon, or nylon, then you may need to protect it by throwing something in the inside. Okay. This is not going to need a long time to sublimate because it is thin. And the ink is going to be like a magnet, man. It's going to be like a magnet to steel. It's going to come right on into it. All right. Miss Red, thanks for jumping on. So now, this is a heart-shaped pillowcase. There's no stuffing in here. If you are a crafter, a creator, or a designer, that's going to be your responsibility to get that stuffing. Get that MAC stuffing from that MAC place that you're going to go to, okay? But we do sell these, and we have probably about 25 or 30 in stock before we restock, okay? So you can purchase one of these today, all right? Now, what you need to do is, these have seams. Pretty much everything has a seam. And in sublimation, when you have a seam and also a zipper, you want to be mindful that you don't try to do a full press. Because if you try to do a full press, 9 times out of 10, what's going to happen is you're going to get what's called ghosting. All right? Ghosting means that it's not going to actually take in that area. Some people also define ghosting as shifting. A lot of people, they'll take their heat press when they actually press. They'll take their image and they'll tape it down. And then when they take the heat press up, if they have a manual one, they'll let it pop up. That ink is still cooking that substrate, and it can still shift, and it can cause some type of shift and ghost, okay? So you want to make sure there's a lot of things that you do. One, you always want to make sure that you pre-press this item. Any item that you're going to press with the transfer on it, you want to pre-press it. Why? It's because you want to get the moisture out, okay? That's one thing you want to do. The next thing is you want to make sure that your pressure is set. Now, I'm going to be using this pressing pad. This is a pressing pad, a piece of help me out. Piece of foam that came on a roll that we got from a crafting store. Okay, you can find this in any craft store. It'll be rolled up like this, and we cut it down. So this is going to serve as my pressing pad. Okay, and I use this for all of my pillowcases. I use this for all of my pillowcases because I need the extra leverage. I need the extra leverage to have a clean press. Dreams that speak, Grand Rising. Thanks for jumping on. I need a clean press. So what I do, I always take and I make sure that my design that I'm going to be pressing is going to fit my pressing pad. Okay. I'm just throwing a couple of key things out here. I'm going to make sure that this is going to fit the pressing pad and the pressing area. And then I also make sure that my design is going to fit my pillowcase. Now, these designs are coming in at 11 inches wide, okay? This particular design is a standard cut. You can get this design and put it on this pillowcase, and I'm going to show you how, okay? So now, before I do anything, like I said, I'm going to check the pressure, but I'm also going to check the, I'm going to check the pressure, but I'm also going to pre-press it as well. So I have to check the pressure. And I know it's a lot of pressure on here, so I want to release some. I wanna not have those nasty press marks. Anybody know what I'm talking about? Thanks for the gift. Anybody know what I'm talking about? Those nasty press marks that you get because you got too much pressure. Anybody know? Type of number 3 if you know what I'm talking about. Those nasty little press marks that you get.
If you know, you know.
If you know, you know. Those nasty little press marks that you get, Designs That Speak, Creations by Monet, that you're trying to get the exact pressure, but you want to make sure that it transfers all the way too, right? So I'm going to share with you how to do that and try to alleviate those lines. But also, if you do have those lines, there's a way that you can possibly get them out. So I'm going to take off a little bit more pressure. Now, there's 2 reasons why I pre-press it. One, to get the moisture out, and two, to get the wrinkles out. Because I don't want to press over wrinkles. Okay. So this side, you can see some wrinkles here, but I'm not gonna even press right there. All right. So side was at home. That's the side. Yeah, this is the side right here. You also want to make sure, and this is just for your knowledge, you also want to make sure that if you are pressing, if you are printing your own designs, sometimes you get that ink that splatters on the outside of your transfer. That's because your print settings are too high. You're printing too much ink. So you may want to cut around the edge of your designs. Okay. You don't have to worry about that with us, but anytime you get designs, look at them, because you never know, there may be some speckles of ink that's popped out that will transfer to your heat press, to your substrate. You also, because this is not a cotton feel, because it's not a cotton feel like a shirt or a hoodie, I didn't lint roll it, but you may want to lint roll it before you pre-press it. Okay.
Yeah.
That's to get any lint out, and also to removing the blue speck. So I apologize, I missed that part. Now, type of number 4, if you have to tape your images. Type of number 4, if you just got to take your images down. What my number 4 is?
Let me type of number 4, because I be taping mine down. Let me.
I just got to tape it down. What my 4 is that?
I be worried.
I ain't got time for all that. All right. I ain't got time for that.
I be worried. He just be going with it. I'm like, you ain't gonna tape it down. He be like, nope.
Ain't nobody got time for that. We got stuff.
We got stuff to do. Nope, I ain't taping nothing down.
Listen, we got stuff to do. And you might
everybody saying 4. It's you with that no taping stuff.
Well, that means that they're interacting. So we appreciate that. Listen, like I said, I ain't got time for that. All right? All that taping, I could be saving that tape. So if you're looking for some amazing heat tape, you can go to our website.
That's right. He a pro.
Not yet. You can go to our website. We do sell heat tape in 10 millimeter and 25 millimeter.
And it's brown and it does not stain.
It's brown and
it is brown. I'm gonna say that again. Our heat tape is brown and it does not stain. Okay, just so you know. So, a lot of people say, "Oh, don't get the brown tape. It's gonna stain." Ours does not stain.
So now I got my correct pressure. I've taken the moisture out. I taped my transfer. Now I'm gonna. That's for all the new people, right?
New people, tape.
I'm going to press it. Okay. Now you do not need. Let's talk about this Teflon that I have on here. The Teflon is here not because our paper bleeds. Most of you guys are going to be using paper that bleeds. You need to try our paper. This Teflon is not here because the paper bleeds. This Teflon is here because I messed my heat press up and I never decided to clean it. Okay. So I'm lazy. So our paper does not bleed. So even if our paper did bleed, I wouldn't be using Teflon. I'd be using butcher paper, because you can't keep reusing it. Okay. Let me see.
Yeah, you can use the Teflon pillow inside.
Yeah.
Yep.
You can if you
sure can.
If you want to buy one, you want to make one too easy. Yep. Yeah.
I actually made some. I got the Teflon.
Just remember,
I got me some foam and I made some.
If you decide to use a Teflon pillow inside and this is thin and it bleeds, make sure you take an alcohol wipe and clean that pillow off.
Clean your Teflon. Yep.
So did you see what I just did? When I picked my heat press up, I didn't let it flop up. I rolled it up. I easily rolled it up, because if had I not, even if it was taped, the paper could have shifted.
Do you ever have to wipe off your press if it bleeds? Oh, we don't too much have to worry about that.
We don't bleed,
Mr. D Wood, because our paper doesn't bleed to the back. See, our paper doesn't bleed to the back like that. So our paper does not bleed to the back.
It won't have them kind of problem.
Okay. So that's why we don't have to cover, unless you got overage. You shouldn't have to. You don't have to cover.
But you're talking about cleaning your heat press. Cleaning your heat press means that you're using a paper that's bleeding up.
Yeah, but you can use some alcohol wipes or something like that if you do need to clean your press.
Remember, it's an oven. Remember, your heat press is nothing more than an oven. So I would heat it up. I wouldn't spray oven cleaner on it, but I would heat it up. I take a real thick heat glove, and I would take some type of soft cleaning solution, and I would kind of clean it off. Okay.
So that's the bear, and these are available on $2 Tuesday in the it's the yarn crochet effect for Valentine's Day.
The transfers, not the pillowcase.
The transfer.
Pillowcases
are also available on the website. Y'all see how vibrant that is?
Just type pillowcase.
If you're looking for the pillowcases, just in the search bar, just search pillowcase.
So now, this can go in a gift bag or a gift basket. If y'all are making these, our paper, once again, our paper does not bleed. If y'all are gonna make these and sell them, this can go in a gift basket. This can go in a gift bag. It can be so many different things. And I want you to see something. All right, this is the results of our paper. I kept them because I wanted you guys to see it.
Which one you got?
So this is the original transfer. Sorry about that. Well, yeah, this is the original transfer. Okay.
Yep.
This is the sublimated transfer. The ink is gone. When you're sublimating and you got all that ink,
it's on there
on your transfer. I've got a question, and my question is, whose paper are you using? Because if your paper does not look like a negative, if it doesn't look like a negative, if all that ink is not gone, then the question is, what are you doing? You're buying something that's so inexpensive because you're trying to save money, but you're trading quality. Okay. So I'm gonna do one more.
Yeah, while he's doing that, I will recap our newest product, which is the Valentine's yarn crochet effect. I'm gonna come right here so that everybody can see. Okay. These are so vibrant. So remember, it is $2 Tuesday. Go to the website. You're going to scroll down until you see daily and weekly deals. You're going to look for $2 Tuesday. You put 10 items in your cart. Once you get to 10, they're going to slash to $2. All right. And they're all coming in 2 packs. All right. So basically, if you only put 10 in your cart, you're actually getting 20. I think I'm going to put this one on the shirt. Cupid's favorite hot mess. I love it. All booked for Valentine's. And then Be Mine. So y'all can see that effect on there. All right. All right, let's see. Mr. D. Woods. So if you have to pop open the press, you have to be there to make sure it lifts easy. So stand by when pressing.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So if you have one that you talking about the automatic pop up. So yeah, you definitely want to make sure.
Yeah, because it can shift as well.
Yeah, you definitely want to make sure you tape it then.
Let me see.
If you have an automatic one.
Darlene says, thank you. Okay, you're welcome.
You're welcome, Darlene.
Etsy, 400 degrees, 45 to 55 seconds prints for practice. Yeah, you can do that. You can do that. I mean, is that something that you do, or is that what you're recommending? Because it's $2 Tuesday. You don't got to go to Etsy to practice.
Right.
You can
get for $1.
You can get these for $1. And the whole idea is, why, once again, it goes back to what I was saying before. Why are we doing 400 degrees? That's you're at scorch. You're at scorch.
You're scorching it.
Territory. You're at scorch territory when you're doing 400 degrees. All right. Do we sell ink? Yes. Yep. We do sell ink. It is on our website. You can go and type in Sublimation Ink, or you can just type in ink. It is on our website. It is available. Ink, paper. We sell sublimation printers. We have sublimation t-shirts. We got some hoodies left back there. Sublimation hoodies back there. We got all types of sublimation transfers and blanks. Oh, that's what you bought and it bled. Yeah, well.
Oh.
Yeah, man. So I would tell you, if you bought some transfers off of Etsy, and nothing against Etsy or any of the vendors that are on there, I don't want anybody to feel offended, right? I don't want anybody to feel offended. However, what I will say is this: if your transfer bleeds to your heat palette, if it bleeds here, if you have to use butcher paper because it is bleeding, right? What I'm going to tell you is this: that product is garbage. There's no way around it. It's not that the vendor is garbage. The vendor's definitely probably not garbage, but they're using a product that's subpar, and they probably didn't even do any other research to try to see the best products that they can actually offer to customers. That's not opinion, that's fact. If it's bleeding, it's trash, straight up. All right. So certain papers are trash. They sell you exactly what you want. You want a cheap price, they give you a cheap product. Let's see, do you do custom orders? We do offer gang sheets, Stephanie. So if you were to go to our website, which is theblankspot.com, or you can actually don't message. You can comment on this post if you want the direct link, but we do offer sublimation gang sheets. Yep. Okay, we have five different gang sheet sizes. So you'll find that in printing and transfer services. We even have a video on YouTube about that.
Just scroll down the page for sublimation and you'll see the gang sheet builder.
So,
all right.
So what I'm going to do, guys, this is the last print or press that I'm going to do. And I don't know if you guys remember, some of you may be new here, maybe you're just jumping on, but I had to adjust this because I had a pad and I had a pillowcase and I had to adjust it. So I'm going to have to adjust this again because it's not enough pressure. So I'm going to adjust this, and then I'm going to pre-press my substrate for 3 to 5 seconds just to get the moisture out. Now, let's just say this was a t-shirt. I wanted to do this as a t-shirt. I'm going to have my t-shirt wherever my neckline is. I'm going to go 3 to 4 fingers from the lower part of the neckline. Okay. I'm going to go 3 to 4 fingers from the lower part of the neckline. If you are a taper, definitely tape. But how you tape is going to also determine if that thing shifts. Mm-hmm. If you're going to tape and you're going to just use a couple of pieces of tape, you're wasting your time. You might as well let it shift and get another t-shirt. I'm just saying. But if you're going to tape, I recommend you tape all 4 corners and then tape all 4 sides. Mm-hmm. That's going to help you out. Also, using this size tape for everything is not going to be the best option. You may need a wider tape. Okay? You may need a wider tape. That's going to make a bit of a difference as well. All right? Not trying to upsell you guys, just letting you know you got to have the right tools to do the best job. Now, I got my press set at 380 for 50 seconds. I ride it down and I press. When I get ready, when the buzzer goes off, I'm not going to let it flop up, whether it's taped or not. Mm-hmm. And that's what a lot of people miss out on. Mm-hmm. They do the lint roll, which I didn't do the lint roll, but they do the lint roll, they do the taping, they shake, they get all the loose lint off. And then when they go to press and release it, they just let it flop up.
And then
it's still sublimating.
Yeah.
So the scientific portion is still going, right?
That's how you get the ghosting, y'all.
That's why a lot of ghosting takes place.
Yep.
So it's still sublimating. It's still hot. It's mm-hmm. just like pulling your turkey or your chicken or your roast out of the oven. It's still hot.
Yeah, and then cutting it right away.
You gotta let it settle, man. So
I'm telling you, you better let it settle. You're gonna see that. Look, I always used to say when I first started sublimating, oh Lord, I see that ghost. You're gonna see that ghost.
You see, I ride that up. Because what happens is if it goes up high, if it goes up fast, air's gonna get underneath and it's gonna shift, and you won't even really see it. Okay?
Hey,
you won't even really see it.
Wow. Didn't know that there was a spray. I never knew they made skinny tape. Yes.
Yeah.
All types of sizes.
Yeah, that's a 10 millimeter.
Different size tapes. Thought it was just one. Yeah, we sell both sizes on our website.
There's more than that, but we only sell 2
Yeah,
sizes.
they do not stain.
Absolutely correct. You can get ghosting with the
tape.
tape.
Yep.
You can get ghosting with tape.
Yep.
So this is the last transfer.
Yep, this is the last one from their collection. This is our Valentine's crochet yarn effect. So that's the last one from that product. $2 Tuesday, y'all.
So as always, what we've been doing for the last couple of weeks since we started our business class, we're going to shift. We're going to shift a little bit to talk about people who want to start making t-shirts and who want to start a business or even a side hustle. For those of you who will not pay for classes, this is not for you. Okay, so feel free to leave right now. This is not for you. If for those of you who feel like you know everything about building a business, starting a business, or running one, this is absolutely not for you. Feel free to leave right now. Okay, but for those of you who are probably running a business right now, maybe a side hustle, or maybe you're a hobbyist and you're looking to get started and you're saying, hey, you know what? I want to do it correctly. I want to have better options, better opportunities, and I want to have information coming from someone who's actually doing it. This is going to be for you. Hi, we're the Blank Spot. Y'all thought I was going to do a commercial, huh? Hi, we're the Blank Spot. We're a sublimation blanks and t-shirt transfer supplier. And recently we created a business membership. In that business membership, you're going to receive multiple trainings, replays, weekly live classes, and one-on-one sessions with us.
Yep.
If that's something that you're interested in, all you have to do is type membership in the comments. I think I can use that.
You got it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So won't you add something to the commercial and I'll cut it?
So guys, this membership, if you are serious about your business, right? You're serious about your business. This is the membership for you. All right. You're going to get ebooks. You're going to get live trainings from us. I mean, you're going to get 2 one-on-ones. That's a value of $45. You get 2 of those, right? In this membership.
So the membership is going to be a month-to-month membership. You can pay every 3 months or you can pay for 6 months.
Yeah.
We're going to meet every Tuesday at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Tonight, we're going to start the business building.
Yeah.
If that's something that you're interested in, go ahead and hit us up.
Yeah. Members, we will see you guys tonight.
Like I always say, when you know better, that's when you have the ability to do better. And the only knowledge that's powerful is properly applied knowledge. I'll see each and every one of you guys at the top because there's entirely too many people struggling unnecessarily at the bottom. Peace.
Talk to y'all later. See y'all tonight, members.